All right, my BIBLEin365 brothers and sisters, we have arrived at the very famous book of Joel. And folks, I have to tell you, this is one that is quoted by the apostles at the beginning of the book of Acts. Actually, this is quoted by Peter himself in Acts chapter 2. This book is awesome. If you want to talk about great Bible prophecy that not only applies to us in the modern day, but also applies to things that are going to happen in the future, the book of Joel is the book for you. Now, I want to say this because it is very, very important. We see some parallels that exist with many of the things that Joel writes about, with things that we read about in the book of Revelation. And of course, as I just mentioned, we see parallels of things happening in the modern day. And it is really remarkable, especially when you read the things that he writes in Joel chapter 2. It's remarkable. Now, I will say this, Joel, of course, is called a minor prophet only because the small size of the writing, certainly not the nature of the content. The nature of the content is significant, and of course, it very much applies to today. The other thing that I should note about Joel is that Joel is believed to be one of the earliest of the prophets, or the minor prophets that actually wrote when he did. And the thing that we look at when we look at his dating is there's just a lot. Let me just simply say this. There's a lot of debate. Instead of me getting into the textual criticism discussion, because there's a significant one here, especially when it comes to the dating aspect, let me say that it's generally accepted that he probably wrote sometime around 808, maybe as early as 830 BC, all the way around to the time of Uzziah's reign, which would be sometime around 750 BC. I'm guessing that it's sometime in between there. He may have been undoubtedly a contemporary of Isaiah, which is something that's very interesting to note. But just understand, he is regarded as, of course, one of the great ones. He is quoted very clearly by Peter. I do believe that Revelation speaks of the things that we already read about concerning the end times with respect to Joel's perspective, and there is so much to be said here. Now, this is what I would recommend that you do. Very, very important homework assignment. First, go to jamescadiz.com and listen to the Bible study that I teach through that section of Joel. I want you to go through the whole book, listen to my teaching on it. I think you'll be absolutely blessed. You'll get some really good practical implications from the modern day, and as well as implications that are related to what is yet to come, because there are things that we read about in the book of Revelation that we know are coming that correlates directly with the book of Joel, and it is very powerful stuff. So do not discount this. Do not look at it and go, oh man, this is weird. This is too far out for me. This is too much. I'm going to tell you this right now. The more that you learn about the book of Joel, the more you will realize that he's speaking about a coming day of judgment. And he is also speaking about something that we're experiencing right now. And that is the promise of God's Spirit being poured out upon us and living inside of us. And we see it. We know these are the things that are happening in the modern day. These are the things that started to happen at the time when Christ ascends into heaven. And of course, on the day of Pentecost, what ends up happening with the many people that were in the upper room and what carried on from that point forward. So much stuff here, so much great insight. And I will just tell you this, if you're looking for inspiration, you're looking for an opportunity to be refreshed by simply considering or thinking about what awaits you in the future, Joel is the book to do it. You are going to love, literally, folks, every minute that you spend reading it. And I'm here to tell you that you will not regret any amount of effort or time you put into better understanding it. I love this book. I think you'll absolutely love it too. And again, when you read Revelation 14 or other passages like that that surround that area, you will really appreciate understanding and knowing Joel, because you're seeing this being repeated. And I think it really is important for me to point this out, because I talk about this a lot, especially when I teach through the book of Revelation. Revelation is best suited in the context of learning it thoroughly when you understand the Old Testament. If you don't know the Old Testament, you're going to struggle with the book of Revelation. This is why I say it's critical to know the Old Testament so that when you go through Revelation, you will not struggle. And if you know passages like the book of Joel, Revelation's going to make a ton of sense to you. So do the groundwork, get it under your belt, learn it, obsess over it, right? Meditate on it, and watch God open up the keys to the kingdom for you. You'll be blown away. It will be encouraging, exciting, and I'm going to tell you this right now, you will be thrilled with the things that you learn and the things that you develop. And folks, let me just simply say, again, I am proud of you. Literally, we are at the last day that we're doing these reviews in the book of, or in the month of, I almost said the book of, in the month of October, and we're heading into November with some power-packed books and some great insight. I hope you guys will be blessed. We got a great Q&A coming up for November, and rumor has it, I might be doing a live Q&A in person in Arizona at the end of the year. Looking forward to that, all right? Love you guys. God bless you. Keep fighting the good fight. Look to the Lord. Wonderful things are happening. God is faithful, and he's good, and Joel is going to confirm that to you. I love you guys. I'm so proud of you. Keep reading the word of God, and more importantly, study it, and even more importantly, apply it to your life, because God is doing great things. Love you guys. God bless you.